Into their own hands. Hundreds of volunteers started cleaning up in West Baltimore on Monday. Some of them were Trump supporters, inspired by his feud with Oversight Chairman Elijah Cummings. Now, the volunteers were led by my next guest, Republican activist from Virginia, Scott Presler. Thanks for coming in tonight.
So glad to be here. Thank you.
Okay, so we want to play a little bit of the reaction to some of the Baltimore residents that you encountered when they saw you and your friends show up to help.
Sure.
I'm very thankful. And you opened up a can of worms with Elijah Cummings, our District 7. I want to cry, but I'm not a crier.
What did you experience when you showed up?
Love, thankfulness, gratefulness. Within 5 minutes of setting up our canopy out there, a woman named Lisa, who was dog sitting a little chihuahua, came up and said, "What are you guys doing?" I said, "We're picking up trash. We want to show the community we give a darn, and that's why we're here." She said, "I'll be back." And Miss Lisa, she did come back, and I got her information for the next cleanup that we want to do.
Okay, so, you know, there were folks who were criticizing this, saying that it was a stunt, that kind of thing. I know that you talked to these guys from the Real News Network. I watched their interview with you, which I thought was very fair and informative. But their headline was, "Right-wing extremist Scott Presler organizes trash cleanup in West Baltimore." They say, inspired by Trump, right-wing extremist Scott Presler organizes a cleanup event in West Baltimore, but is it altruism or a political ploy for Trump? They went on then to interview people who said, if he's doing this to try to win over black voters, it's not going to happen. What was your motivation?
Motivation was President Trump's tweet inspired me that a lot of people were doing a lot of talking, but nobody was actually doing. And I believe that if there's a problem out there, then let's actually try to solve it, and let's be the spot of hope that we want to see in the world. And that's why we went out there. And for every interview, I told them, not a Trump rally. This is not about Representative Cummings. This is simply about Americans stepping up to help Americans.
And you don't want it to stop in Baltimore. I know you have plans to go elsewhere because you had such a good response to this.
Yeah. Oh, I just got off the phone today with a gentleman named Darius, and we're going to Newark, New Jersey. I got off the phone with Tyler in LA. We want to take this nationwide and show people we care. It's in our heart that we give a darn about our community, and let's go all across the country cleaning up trash and taking care of America.
I mean, do you think you had such a good turnout? Because right now people just feel like we're so divided, and they want to do something positive for other people, for strangers. I mean, it seems like a good time to try to reach out to other people.
Absolutely. I think it all starts up here. I want to inspire people with positivity, enthusiasm, encouragement, motivation, excitement, enthusiasm. And I think that's why people, so many of them were drawn to our event. They want that hope. They want that real change. Yeah,
we've got some before and afters that we're showing here so people can see what you guys were up to. Quickly, the Baltimore Sun wrote an editorial that they said, whatever your motives were, that you being there reinforced the image of failing urban cores, that poor people can't take care of themselves or their old neighborhoods, and that the public officials around them have failed as well.
The city has failed. I'll tell you, we applied for permits on Wednesday morning to get dumpsters and do everything the right way, do it correctly. By Friday afternoon, after hounding the city respectfully with phone calls, they still did not approve our permits for dumpsters. So we did it anyway. If the city was not going to help us clean up trash, well, by golly, we went out there with 170 volunteers. We cleaned up 12 tons of trash in 12 hours.
Wow. Okay, well, keep us updated on what you're doing next. Great to meet you, Scott.
Great to meet you.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Shannon.
Okay, when we return, Officer Payton, you'll meet him. He's our 5-year-old midnight hero.